Hey everybody, before the show gets started, I want to talk about a little bit of breaking news since we've recorded the episode. It was announced by Stephen Amell on Facebook that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Half Shell would be premiering its first trailer prior to Star Wars The Force Awakens. Let's go to that clip right now.
If you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, you're going to want to go to the theater in December before a relatively big movie that's being released for a fantastic trailer.
Now, while this isn't an official confirmation, it is coming from one of the film's stars, so it's coming from a reliable source. So all we can do is get into the theaters on December 17th or 18th, depending on when you're going, and sit back and hope to see the new trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Half Shell. Let's get on with the show.
Hi, this is Kevin Eastman, co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you're listening to me on the Turtle Power Podcast. Cowabunga, dude!
Live from the sewers, this is the Turtle Power Podcast.
This is your audio source for all the news, reviews, and insight into the world of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
God, I love being a turtle!
Now join your hosts, Brian, Alex,
Awesome!
and Darby.
Bossa Nova!
Bossa Nova?
Chevy Nova? Excellent!
Now it's time for the Turtle Power Podcast.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Turtle Power Podcast. And I've got the whole crew here with me, Darby and Alex. Guys, welcome back.
Hey, do you guys remember when we used to do this like regularly and often?
No.
Yeah,
Good
it's
times.
it has been a little bit. Gosh, let's see what's happened since the last episode. I got
like
really
in our world or in like the Ninja Turtle world.
well, in not a whole lot. not a whole lot's been going on in the Ninja Turtle world. I mean, we've got the TV show, obviously, some stuff been happening there, the comics, but beyond that, not a super whole lot.
Yeah,
but
nothing big has happened in the comics since, right?
Well,
like nothing major.
we'll talk about that for
surely
sure.
nothing that amazingly awesome.
Yes. I guess welcome to any of our new listeners. We normally are a monthly Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles podcast, but yeah, it's been rough happening here. At least for me, I got sick for a while, and then there was a Mac update. So we record the show on Mac software, and there was a Mac OS update, and totally killed my software package that I use for recording the podcast.
Nicely done.
We got everything back running. I've got a whole new rig here. I've got all kinds of stuff. I got levels to play with. I got a big boom mic. I got a new mic.
Are you playing with them right now? Because Jesus Christ, that's what it sounds like.
Again, I'm not sure what you're doing in your off time, but do have a fancy new Tascam mic. It's thanks to Aljon Go over at the Jedi Mouseketeer and WDW After Dark and WDW Tiki Room and Sorcerer Radio. Definitely want to give him a shout out for my fancy new mic. So,
Alex, you see this? Ryan is cashing in on the podcast, and he's not giving us a cut. Are you seeing this? I'm on the other side of the country, and I can see this. There's a couple mountain ranges in between us, and I can still see this.
Didn't you go to a recording school where they like had all kinds of nice mics and everything?
Were they? Oh, yeah, they have a lot of nice things. I do not.
Aren't you still able to go over there?
I mean, I could, but why?
Do you remember last time we tried that? It didn't really work.
I do remember.
Just throwing that out there.
Went down in a blaze of glory. You know, and I feel so bad because it has been a while since we conducted the interview, but it took place right before New York City Comic Con, which I know he had a chance to get out there and had it. Looks like Comic Con was amazing. New York Comic Con was fantastic. We'll talk a little bit about here shortly, but yeah, we for the I guess our biannual now, is that what we're referring to it as?
Well, if it keeps going at this pace, sure, why not?
I sure hope it does. Yeah, Kevin Eastman, that's right, is back on the show to talk Turtles with us. So look forward to that interview coming up at the end of the show.
Hey, Alex, we're getting gifts.
Yeah, so let's start the show off with this. We had a delivery. I had a delivery. Okay, so
you already got these?
Yes. All right. So seriously. All right. So I got an email from one of our listeners that we've mentioned. Yes, and so I guess I just didn't realize, but he was like, hey, so because of you guys have been so nice to me, including me on the show and everything, I thought I'd get you guys a present. Kind regards and God bless, Daniel Paul Crow. So I was like, oh, wow, that's really nice of you, man. Here's where you can send it to. And I was like, hey, thanks a lot. And so it arrives, and it's from Australia. At some point, I must have missed it or whatever. But yeah, Daniel's from Australia also. So yeah, this came all the way from Australia. And these are fantastic.
Apparently so.
So we are huge down under. I'll just put it out there.
That's what I tell the ladies.
Well, I can't.
Stash while I say that one.
I can't speak for you
down
guys.
Under this weekend, man. It's gonna be exciting.
So what Daniel sent over was these three little. They're probably only maybe 2 inches tall. These little keychain, little keychain Ninja Turtles, and they got a Raph for me, a Leo for Alex, and a Donnie for Darby. And they make little sound effects, and they've got a little light on them. So
I'm about to become so unpopular where I work. It's great.
So when exactly did you get these?
I got these, I think, was it maybe either last week or the week before. So
why aren't they at my doorstep exactly? Because I need a return address for you anyway, because I have a birthday present for you.
Oh, that's nice.
Happy birthday to Ryan.
Yeah, thanks. Yep, it turned the big Scottie Pippen this year.
For those of you who do not understand the basketball reference, that's 33.
Yes.
Yeah, I purposely forgot because Ryan forgot it was my birthday in between episodes one time, so I just purposely forgot that it's his birthday. You would friend
me on Facebook, you dick.
Alex, you haven't sent me the request.
No, because I don't feel like I should have to. I feel like you should take the...
Hey, you want to be my friend, so you should make the move, but, whatever.
I don't think that's the way it works. I mean, I don't want you. You don't want me.
I can't.
It's so cute when you guys have a little lovers quarrel over there.
So thank you to DPC for that.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome. Like I said, I'm about to become so unpopular at work with these sound effects. Can't wait.
Well, in addition to awesome gifts, we do have the awesome Shredder's Mutant Masher now open for all you lucky fans up there in Minnesota land.
Minnesota.
We talked about this when it was getting previewed to open up, but it is official. It is up and going. I believe the good folks over at Ninja Pizza did get a chance to visit, and looks like they had a pretty good time. So.
I love the rules on it. Like, just how it's like, hey, no fatties on this ride. Seriously, like, guys. I mean, we're in Minnesota, so please, no fatties on this ride.
It's like all of Minnesota, though.
No, but do you see that? It's literally just maximum weight, 680 pounds, per arm. So, like, literally, they had to be like, hey, if you weigh 340 pounds or more, you probably shouldn't come on this ride. They had to put that on the sign.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw in the Shredder's Mutant Masher little warning sign. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That was a warning. That was something. That was a genuine concern that they had. Was that we might get two people that weigh over 340 pounds each on this ride at the same time.
So how would you guys describe this attraction?
Not big enough to be in a major theme park like Universal, but better than your average carnival ride. They put some effort into it.
Here's the thing. It pretty much is a carnival ride. This is the type of ride that you would see at a carnival. So
right, but the production of it says theme park.
Sure. I give you that for sure. So basically, the ride is you've got a big arm that comes down from a I don't even know what you'd call that.
Ryan, you are an engineer. You should know, like,
Okay, so basically you have 4 posts that are anchored into the ground and all come up to a single point, probably 40 feet in the air. That's
a pyramid in shape?
Sure. Yeah, you can call that a pyramid. There's no sides to it, so it's not technically a pyramid, but...
I see 3 sides, but, whatever.
4 imaginary sides, which would make a pyramid. Yes. Okay. So coming down from that top point is a big arm, and at the bottom of that arm is a series of seats. And so basically, the arm will pivot from that top point, hanging up in the air, and then the seats all on the bottom also simultaneously spin while that arm is rocking back and forth. So,
see, Ryan, I knew if you just tapped into your engineerness, you could pull that one out. Good job.
Thank you. I had a thorough day of engineering this morning, and my brain is a little jellified. So, but I will say though that the theming is very, very good. They did a very good job with the theming.
The gift shop looks nice.
Did you notice the Easter egg in the yellow jacket? The yellow, I guess not jacket. It's a like a hazmat suit. The yellow hazmat suit.
J. Hogue.
Like
that's someone, isn't it?
Judith Hogue, like the actress who portrayed April.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice. That's cool. Good little thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. If I ever get a chance to get up there into Minnesota territory, I'd like to check it out. And of course, for all of our listeners, as always, you can check out links to everything that we talk about in the show notes, attached to the MP3 and also over at the website TurtlePowerPodcast.com.
April O'Neil, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
That's right.
That intro is like 5 minutes longer than it has to be.
You love it. You know you love it. All right. So one very quick, brief bit of video game news.
Oh my god!
It is surprising that we actually have video game news. It is true.
Oh, it's so crap.
Well, I know, but you gotta. It's news, so you gotta talk about it.
So
I don't want to talk about it, man. It's crap. I don't even want. Like I'm like refusing to even mention it in just my angst and whine. Like I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay, me and Ryan will power through it.
This is not video game news. This is freaking recycled bullshit is what it is.
We'll power through it.
Okay, let's go. Come on, let's do this.
So over, if you have a Nintendo 3DS...
No, I don't want to anymore, man. This shit sucks.
If you have a Nintendo 3DS, you can pick up the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Master Splinter Training Pack, which includes both the Nick Turtles video game and the Nick Turtles Danger of the Ooze video game.
Oh my! For how much? I'm so interested.
Well, the list price is $29.99, but you can pick it up at Amazon right now for $27.50. It's a savings of $2.50.
Or 8% for those paying attention.
Oh my goodness! I'm so excited.
And that's it for video game news.
Wait, I feel like it just needs to be said. Ryan had the audacity to text me one day and say, "Hey, Darby, since you're the only one on this show who has a DS, which I haven't seen in years, by the way, I just know I have it around here somewhere, why don't you go out and buy these video games so you could play them and review them on this show?"
Yep.
That was forever ago, too. I remember that.
Yep.
I know. The balls on this guy. Like, hey, $27.49. You know what else is $27 on Amazon right now? Bloodborne. Much better game.
And that's it for video game news.
Oh, thank you.
Let's get into TV news.
So I think that the video game intro was actually longer than our actual review.
That's right. It was.
Yeah. That's why I said it's 5 minutes longer than it has to be.
Well, let's talk. I think it's been long enough. We can talk about season 3 and the finale of season 3, even though we kind of see where things might be going in season 4.
Sure, I haven't watched any of it, but let's go.
What? How come?
Dude,
Alex,
I've been traveling nonstop because I'm an uncle now, so I've been like doing all that. I was up for 30 hours. I felt like I was in labor practically. I've just been everywhere. I haven't caught up.
All that time.
Alex, do you know what happened at the end of season 3 or no?
Yes, I know what happens at the end of season 3. I still think it's bogus. Okay, I've already said there's gonna be they're gonna time travel back. Okay, everything's gonna change. There's no way it's forever.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. So basically the end of season 3. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, you should have by now. You should have.
Spoiler, like big spoiler.
Big spoiler. Shredder just straight up runs through Splinter.
Yes,
just
he does.
absolutely takes him out.
Dirty. Did him so dirty from behind. Just double penetrated. Just so dirty.
In fact, it was double.
I know.
It was. Wow, that's really bad. Now here's the thing, though. It really doesn't matter because of the fact that the entire world is then sucked through a black hole. So, yeah, Splinter died, but guess what? Everyone else did too. I think that little bit of information is kind of lost on people when they reflect back on the season 3 finale, but
that's because Splinter is far more important than everybody else on the planet.
Except for the fact that Splinter would have died anyway because whether Shredder killed him or not, because the entire Earth got sucked up into a black hole.
No, because he would have been able to stop the black hole from happening. That's what he was about to do.
Yeah, man.
Duh.
He was attempting to. There was no guarantee he was going to.
He could have made it. He could have made it.
I mean, the probability is pretty high.
Are you really doubting Master Splinter right now, Ryan? That's disrespectful.
That's disrespectful. Well, here's the thing. So we go into season 4. Season 4 has been obviously turtles in space. Triceratons, a lot of new characters, a lot of old characters, new reincarnations. Yep, new incarnations of old characters. Mixed reaction so far. I'm liking it. It's definitely warmed up to me. I'm like a fan of space sci-fi stuff anyway. So, but I know not. Yeah, I know. Really. I know not all of our listeners are super stoked about it. Let's see. Kenneth Clausen on Twitter. He said the show's ruined. Turtles in space is the most stupid thing ever. Boring, lazy show now.
No, it's not the most stupid thing ever.
Come on, not ruined. Oh my gosh.
So I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so. But
yeah, that's a bit extreme. I don't have really much room to talk because I haven't caught up. But
you're gonna catch up and be like, that guy was totally right.
I'll be like, oh my god,
he's gonna be like, damn, I owe somebody an apology.
No, dude, I mean, it's hard for me to think that it would be ruined because of this. I mean, it feels what it sounds like is it's just like a filler season, right? It's trying to set up maybe next season or.
I get the feeling like it's like Turtles Fast Forward
Okay.
from the 2K3 series. That's the feeling I got. It's very different.
So what's wrong with that then?
Fast Forward was horrible. Fast Forward was horrible.
I wouldn't say horrible.
Fast Forward was so bad. I watched the 2K3 series until the Flash Forward happens, and then I just stop.
Fast Forward wasn't horrible. It was not the best, but it wasn't horrible.
It was so bad.
Back to the Sewers was good too. After the Fast Forward too, but
give him pupils. Why? They didn't have pupils for like 8 years, and then they just gave them pupils.
Okay, so you're being a little nitpicky.
No, that's a legit, valid reason.
We have turtle nostrils now. We've just advanced so much. Okay, like
it's just so bad.
Well,
anyway, sorry.
Fast Forward didn't ruin that series for you, did it? It didn't, right?
I just see it as a completely different series that I just don't even watch. I acknowledge its existence, but I just don't watch it.
Just like Mr. Milo. But the point is that it didn't ruin the series. So it didn't ruin the series. There's no way this season's going to ruin the series. It's just not going to ruin the series. I find that hard to believe, man. I find that hard to believe.
Oh, Ryan, what do you think? You're the one that warmed up to it.
I can tell you one thing. They're making tons of money on those space
suits. Of course they are. They've already got like the 4-foot-tall versions. Haven't you seen those?
So I'll just mention this really quick before we go forward. But we actually have a link in the show notes to a video over at Vimeo. This is actually a storyboard sample from season 3, episode 21 from Steve Ahn, who's now this is interesting because Nickelodeon is actually hiring a new storyboard artist right now to work on Turtles.
I think we tweeted that out.
Yeah,
we tweeted that out.
Maybe I don't know if this was if you'll be working with Steve Ahn or if you'll be working in place of Steve Ahn. I'm not sure, but either way, this is out there, so we have a link to it in the show notes. So let's talk about New York Comic Con. So this is out there. This is the video of the panel. We've got a link to it in the show notes, and this is actually put out by Nickelodeon, so they want this out there. So don't think that you're stealing anything or anything like that, or seeing anything you're not supposed to. But and we've also got a write up from the Sewer Den in the show notes as well. So some interesting things coming in season 4. Some of it we've already seen in the episodes that are out now, but some other things as well. Let's talk about the first one. We've got some new characters. We have some, I guess, just to say the new incarnations of those old characters. Let's talk about Worm. Do you guys remember Worm?
Nope.
Not really.
I do remember the action figure.
Yeah, I remember the action figure, but that's about it. And the only reason I really truly remembered is because I was shopping for it on eBay. That's about it.
You were shopping for it?
Well, I was I every now and again, just like I'm sure most of y'all get it do. I just get on eBay and I start looking, and if I see something good enough, that's a good enough deal, I'll typically pick it up. And I saw Worm on eBay, but had Worm on
not
eBay.
For that price,
right? Yeah, right. I think he was like trying to sell it for like $50 or $60, like that. I'm just like, I'm not gonna pay that, dude.
Well,
I mean, yeah. Whatever.
Worm, we have the action figure, but then Worm was also part of the Archie series, the comic book series, and he looked quite different.
Oh gosh.
All right, so Worm on this is again coming out of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Universe source book from the Archie line. Worm.
Hey, is he the library, like the bookworm?
No. Okay,
because that would have been a huge stretch.
Worm is from the New York sewers, 525 pounds, 13 feet tall, brown hair with apparently yellow skin, yellow scaled or yellow and orange skin.
This guy has none of those.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the Archie version. Definitely looks a lot different. I would say that the Nick Turtles version is much more reminiscent of the action figure version. So he's got the one leg that's like a tentacle, one leg that's a foot.
The hair, everything.
Yes. He's got a much larger head in this new version, but
I'm just listening to this description you guys are saying, and it's hilarious to me because it's like you sound like you're describing the most vile-looking creature.
Well, it is.
It's like, well, don't forget the hair with the scales, because clearly those two things go together.
Yeah.
Well, the description on his packaging was Worm, the Wiggly Weirdo Warrior. So there you go. That's what he is.
And he's
the Wiggly Weirdo Warrior.
I'm pure protein. That's what he's
His hijinks seem to be similar to Beetlejuice, fun and freaky. Moving on.
Yeah.
Get on with it.
Munchy mouse worms.
So, in the action figure, he was originally a mild-mannered trash man, slipped and fell heading into Shredder's garbage bin. The resulting nightmare, Worm, a planetarium, warped and wiggly creepy crawler. So, definitely a different story with this Nick Turtles version of Worm, where he's described more as a genie in the bottle type character, with granting wishes and whatnot, and but more of the evil version of the genie. So,
perchance, do you know what Worm's favorite measurement is? If you don't, I'll tell you. It's an inch. That's his favorite measurement.
Very nice. Like an inchworm.
I was really hoping that wasn't where you were going to go with that. I was like, if this guy dad jokes me right now, I don't even know if I can handle that.
Oh, and his weight is 3 pounds with open mouth. So with closed mouth, it's completely different.
Oh, that's good. In the Nick Turtles, he's voiced by the actor Dwight Schultz, which I'm not sure of his background, but all right. So let's move on. We've got the reappearance of Lord Dreg. Do you guys remember Lord Dreg from the original animated series?
Oh yeah.
Of course, he replaced Shredder as the main villain near the end of the 87 Turtles animated series. Coming in, what was that? Probably maybe 94 or something.
He was a weird looking dude with a lightsaber.
So, fairly reminiscent of the original version. It's, I guess, more insect-like in this Nick Turtles version than the original one. The original one, he is more of a alien, humanoid alien type character, but sounds like he's going to be probably the main protagonist, antagonist of this season. Starts some stuff with the Turtles, and it's not ending there. So, let's talk about Krang coming in.
That, I'm not gonna lie, I almost had to change my shorts after seeing that one because that looks awesome.
It does. It absolutely does.
I can forgive them for not making a Bright Boy yet because they made this instead.
So, and that's a good point. We've got to see this coming in the action figure version. So, that's right. So Krang, of course, we're talking about the android body Krang. It's returning. So
nice. And it looks so great. I love it.
And voiced by Pat Fraley, the original voice of Krang, right?
Oh God.
So
that's gonna be great.
Definitely got a big pop at the New York Comic Con, and and we don't know exactly how it's going to fit in, but definitely looking forward to it.
Do you think Krang's double chins are going to jiggle when he walks? Like, technology's come that far in animation. Like, man, we've come such a long way. Like, before, he just was big and bulky and pasty. Now he's got, like, fat jiggles. Because, I'm not going to lie, that'd be hilarious.
He must be from Minnesota.
Maybe. He can't go on that ride, I can tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. We got the classic and current mashup coming up, which they only showed a storyboard animatic of, but they did have the voices all in, so it's pretty sweet to have Rob Paulsen voicing, Nick Turtles, Donatello, and original Raphael simultaneously.
Are they gonna have a scene where they talk to each other? Like, that's pretty much all I want from this.
They have to. I mean,
I literally just want to have a scene, a minimum of like a minute of just those two talking to each other.
How is this possible? Where are we? Oh no, dudes! I think we're in Pittsburgh! The world is so flat, I can't even see my own butt! Donnie, explanation? We're possibly in some kind of alternate dimension. Whoa. They're us? No way. He's got a blaster! Get him! Oh, nuts! It's not a... Take him down! We don't want to fight you. Well, then you shouldn't have pointed a laser at us. Talk! Who sent you? The Triceratons? Get off of me, you crack-shelled imposter! Totally radical. You're just like me, dude. Cowabunga! I'm trying to tell you, this isn't a weapon. It's a portal projector. Oh, yeah? Well, how do we know you're not a Krang? That's why we brought you here. Krang. He's causing trouble in our dimension and yours, too.
If D. Bradley Baker can do an entire episode of Star Wars Clone Wars as 14 different versions of clone troopers and make it completely logical, then Rob Paulsen can definitely do two characters.
I don't know if he made it completely logical, but fair enough.
Oh, come on now.
I don't know if you can't just... I don't know, man. I mean, I wouldn't say he made it completely logical. You'd have to be an idiot not to know. I mean, it didn't take me out of it, I suppose. Let's not get into that. I don't want to get into that. Let's not do that.
Yeah, this isn't Clone Wars Declassified or Clone Wars Roundtable.
His other 8 podcasts that he does.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what else the sewer didn't write up here. Autograph line. This is pretty cool. They had the entire Nick Turtles cast that was there. And the production team signing autographs at the IDW table. That's pretty cool, and it was all free too. So that's pretty cool that they did that.
Thank God, that was awesome. That's like hard to see at cons nowadays.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
They gave out posters again. It's been the cool thing to do lately with the Nick Turtles. They've been giving out these versions of comic book covers. Original Mirage comic book covers that they're redoing, putting in the Nick Turtles in their style characters in those old Mirage covers. It's pretty sweet. This one's with the Triceratons, and the Turtles all have the little breathing tube. Yeah, so pretty sweet. They had a Nickelodeon booth there, and as Darby was mentioning earlier, they've got the Space Turtles, the big, 3 foot, 4 foot tall Space Turtles. They only had Leo there, but apparently that's coming out shortly. Have you guys seen those in the stores yet?
I have
saw Mikey.
You saw Mikey?
I saw Mikey in a Target. Yeah.
I
just remember being like, "Hey, there's Mikey."
I saw. I think it was Leo. Maybe it was Mikey. At Target, but it was surprising though. I didn't realize that they are making those big size figures for other franchises, specifically Star Wars. So they had like giant Leo or Mikey or whatever one it was, and then they had a giant like Darth Vader right next to it. So I think Stormtrooper and everything. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. They had a little thing you could spin and get like little prizes and stuff, and they hooked up the sewer den with I like this though. He walked away with a San Diego Comic-Con Loyal Subjects exclusive 8-inch Leonardo. I'm not sure how exclusive it is, considering he got it at New York Comic-Con. But hey, you know, I'm sure he wasn't complaining. So
sounds like somebody's hating. I mean,
no, it's just funny how the terms get thrown around like that. But anyway, so yeah, if you want to check out that whole article, we've got that in the show notes, as well as the link to the panel from Comic-Con. It's entertaining for sure. And before we leave TV news, let's talk some half-shell heroes. Really? I watched this because it was released early online. Thanks again to Tiger Claw for Tiger Claw hooked us up with the panel video and this the link to this video as well. And I have to say, it was a whole lot better than I was expecting.
Really?
Yeah. It's definitely different animation style, but it was entertaining. It was definitely entertaining. It was definitely
not something I would watch, on a week-to-week series, but it was thank goodness it wasn't Teen Titans Go, because that's what everybody was afraid of. It was pretty solid, man. I agree. I liked it. Me likey.
So this was Turtles, basically Turtles in Time, that episode where they go back to prehistoric Turtlesaurus. This is pretty much that.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining. The animation style, how would you describe it, Alex? It wasn't anime, but it had some like some aspects of anime, but mixed in with it's hard to describe. It was a 2D animated style. It wasn't like a CG show, but It was the very large emotions, and they would go into those kind of like, where they'd all jump in the air and it'd be like slow-mo, and they'd have like the colors, like just random colors like flashing behind them,
Sure. Which is very anime.
Yeah, that's the anime aspects of it. So I don't know. It worked really well.
You know what? You should just said Powerpuff Girls. So you should
there we go.
That's on point.
There we go. Yeah.
I finally got a clip of it going on my computer, and it's like, it's like Powerpuff Girls.
Let's
not take up too much bandwidth, Darby. Okay, calm down.
Yeah, you are starting to get. You might want to shut that down. You're starting to break.
All right. Sorry. I was doing it in 2 seconds when it took you like 30 minutes to conjure up. Sorry.
No, it's true. You were getting a little case of the Darbies there, though. So
whatever.
Check it out. It hasn't aired on TV yet. I don't believe it hasn't aired on TV yet. Has it, Alex? I don't think so. But check out the link in the show notes, or you can just go to nick.com and you'll see links to it over there as well. But definitely check it out. I recommend it. Would you as well, Alex?
Yeah, I mean it's like I said, it's definitely geared towards a younger audience. It's supposed to be geared towards a younger audience. So, don't go into it thinking it's going to be anything like the next series. But I think for what it is, it's a lot better than what we were anticipating it being. And it's not something I'm going to clearly, because I haven't even caught up on the show, so I'm not going to. Watch this on a regular basis if they decide to do that. But it's, I don't know, it's worth a watch. I think it's definitely worth a watch. If you look, I mean, why wouldn't you watch it? You've probably watched crap like Next Mutation, so you may as well watch this as well.
I concur.
Even though Next Mutation brought us one of the greatest female turtles of all time.
Well, we do have the return of Mona Lisa as well, and this, again, different version of the character, but
I like this Mona Lisa. I'm really hoping to see more characters from the comics. I'd like to see current comic characters make their way into.
Yeah, I would too, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're.
I don't think
at least Ace Duck or something.
Ace Duck. Ace Duck would be pretty solid. Maybe when they return to. Maybe
now's the time to do it, right? I mean,
well, that's true. They are. Yeah, he can be like a pilot, like a space pilot or something like that.
Yeah,
that would be legit. Agreed. All right, let's get out of TV news and into collecting news.
From Playmates.
I like that.
So besides your upcoming turtle keychains from Australia, have you guys gotten any new additions to your collection?
So I got one of the old Playmate Triceratons. I got Samurai Leo because I lost mine.
Oh, very nice. Now we talking the original Samurai Leo, not the Turtles 3 Leo, right?
Correct.
Ryan, that is the only Samurai Leo. Okay, the Turtles 3 one never happened.
I am looking at it right now.
You didn't even have to specify which one you were talking about because it's common knowledge when you say Samurai Leo. We know.
I picked up Undercover Donnie because I needed a new Undercover Donnie. And what was it? Was it Surfing Mikey? What was that figure called? I can't.
The volleyball player one, or
no, the one where he's kind of in his wetsuit and he's got like little dolphins and crabs.
Scuba diving Mikey. Scuba diving Mikey.
Yeah, I think. Well, was it Scuba Diving Mikey?
I don't know. I'm just
remember.
guessing.
Yeah, well, we'll go. I think people kind of get the gist. So I picked him up.
And then did you pick up Space Raft? Because that's the only one left, and that's Ryan's all-time favorite toy.
No, I did not pick up Space Raft.
It's not my all-time favorite toy.
I did pick up.
It is your all-time. Ryan, which one is your? Which one? What is it?
What is my all-time favorite toy of all time?
Like your all-time favorite Ninja Turtle toy.
Oh, Ninja Turtle toy. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Don't even lie to us and the world. We all know it's Space Raphael. Don't even.
I'd have to really think about that. I'm not sure. I mean,
Dios mío.
Yeah, I'd have to really think about that. I mean,
you don't have to own it. Maybe you could have previously owned it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I do own Astronaut Raphael. He's right there, but I don't know. That's a really tough question. I'd have to think
right next
about
to that one that's over there.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that.
It's Michael Bay Raphael.
No, it's not Michael Bay Raphael. I do have that, but no, it's not that one.
Oh, and I picked up the original Playmates Mondo Gecko as well.
Oh, nice. Dude.
That's a good one.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Hey Alex, have you gotten the or is your wife going to get it for you for Christmas? That the History of Leo series, or did you already go out and get that?
No, I didn't get it, and I don't know if I do want it, but I don't want to spend that much money on it, and I really don't want her to spend that much money on it because I'd rather have something else. To be perfectly honest, like first of all, I don't really have that much. I don't have like a spot to put it. It's just gonna sit there.
Because that is one that you'd probably want to keep boxed up, right?
No, I don't know, man. Like,
really?
I don't care anymore. I just don't care anymore. Fuck the world, right? Fuck life. I don't care anymore. I don't. I used to be like, oh, it's gonna see its packaging. I really don't care. Like,
yeah, once you know you're not going to sell it for like 10 times its value, you might as well just open it up and play with it.
Right, and they're not going to be in my retirement fund.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I would open it and I would actually, just set them up, but I would want to do it on a shelf and just kind of keep them in a line.
Kind of like specially made shelf or something with like a light behind it.
Yeah, you can just
get my Leo shelf.
You just get a rope light and put it back there. Make it look. Stop it. And honestly, I don't think I want it. I mean, I want it, but I don't want to spend that much money on it, and I don't want her to spend that much money on it.
I did get a new bit of collecting here, but I'm actually going to talk about it a little bit later. So let's talk.
I can talk about that. Wait. I can talk about that bullshit eBay listing. What is that about? Or is that movie news?
That's movie news.
Well, let's move it up to collecting news because it's not. Movie news needs to be. This isn't the movie. This is an eBay post where you can buy scrapings of the Donatello costume from the third Ninja Turtle movie. How goddamn ridiculous is that?
It's pretty ridiculous.
It looks like something I leave in the toilet every day when I before I go to work, before I take a shower. Like literally, that's exactly what these scrapings look like. We'll have a link to it in our show notes. But my God, just really $100 for that? Wow. Okay. Good luck to you on that one, buddy.
Yeah, it's literally crumbs from the shell and the arm of
and the picture just looks grotesque. Like it's a rubber figure that's been in existence for it could legally drink, and it's just being scraped away in crumb form.
Yeah,
it's just.
It might be one of the worst listings I've ever seen on eBay.
Worst Ninja Turtle one I've seen in a while.
No, this might be aside from the hand, which doesn't even. God, I feel like just sell the entire thing. Don't just sell scrapings of it.
Yeah, but here's the thing: who would buy that hand? Look at all those holes in it.
But you would buy the scrapings?
Well, the scrapings were sold to me as scrapings, not the entire hand. I don't know, man. I'm trying to make sense of it all.
You're failing, and
yeah, well, that's because it's not your fault. Sense. Exactly.
Right, exactly.
The seller has quite the interesting collection of random items. It's
sellers, other items.
It's interesting.
Where are Nick Cage's pubes?
that might be in there somewhere. All right, so while you're looking at that, I'll move on to the Sewer Dens New York City New York Comic Con review part 2, and this has the collecting news. So talk about the DreamX figures that are coming out. Let's see what else. The first Gouken Shredder, which looks amazing, and also the SH Figure Arts figures. So really quickly, these DreamX figures, they're kind of like new one-off versions of the Turtles. They're kind of take inspiration from all the different versions of the Turtles for each character. So they don't look specifically like they're from just the animated series, the original animated series, or just, the recent movie or anything like that. It's kind of an amalgamation of all those different versions of Raphael put together, all those different versions of Michelangelo. Yeah, very nice. This first Gouken Shredder is just absolutely BA.
Oh man. Anyway.
Yeah, amazing weapons rack and everything. It looks absolutely stunning. And then
how much do you think that's going for?
Probably $150, maybe more. Maybe.
And yet, you can buy a crappy Michael Bay thing for like $600.
Yeah, that's right.
Or shavings for $100. So
exactly.
This SH Figure Arts figures are based on the original animated series. They are similar to the what was that, the 1/6 scale
classics?
Yeah, classic line that came out.
Yeah.
Apparently these are even more
detailed.
Yeah, more detailed, more accurate to the animated series. But I mean, not enough to where I need to pick them up, because it's just going to be another one that looks very similar to the other one. So, but nonetheless, they do look very nice, and they're very bright green. That's for sure. Mega Blocks. So this was pretty fun.
That's what I'm laughing at right now. I'm laughing at Raphael and Donatello's Mega Blocks face.
Yeah. So Mega Blocks. This is funny because if you guys watched the panel from New York Comic Con, did you? I know you guys didn't do it. So they had their names.
Ryan actually sent the show notes out like 2 weeks in advance. He's like, I know you fuckers still didn't watch it.
Yeah, exactly. See, it doesn't matter, folks. This is a lesson to everybody out there, whether I send it 2 weeks in advance or 2 hours in advance or 2 minutes in advance. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So during the panel, they all had their names in front of all the actors and everybody. They had their names on front of the table, written with Mega Blocks, and the announcer, the host, I guess, of the panel, it was the same guy that did the SDCC. Was Black Comedy Nerd. Is that his handle on YouTube? Anyway, he goes, yeah, look at those, there's Legos. And then, I think it was Ciro. He goes, actually they're Mega Blocks. That's our,
oh God.
They're our new, partner for these, block figures. And the crowd turned on him, turned on, the host. That was pretty, I was like, ooh, ouch, dude.
So are they running on Lego and on Mega Blocks now?
Not anymore. Remember, if probably I don't know, probably a good 6 months ago, we talked about how the Lego line appeared to be being phased out.
Yeah, but was that confirmed? Did we confirm that any?
You can't find them anymore. So I think
I just had them in the Lego movie. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was the end. That was essentially the end of it, of the Turtles went in Lego together. So we never got a Turtles Lego video game, which we should have, but we never did. So not going to happen now. We're not going to get a Turtles Mega Blocks video game. So, and
we're not going to get the Nick series on Blu-ray.
No, ever. I don't think so. But Mega Blocks, so they are going all in with Mega Blocks, though. They're actually going to have 4 different versions of the Turtles. They're going to have classic animated series version that's got Bebop and Rocksteady, the purple and black foot soldiers. We got a Nick Turtles version of Mega Blocks. We've got
# all foot soldiers matter.
Yeah.
All foot soldiers matter.
Very nice. Very nice. We've got a
lives matter.
We've got a Half Shell Heroes line of Mega Blocks, and then there will also be one for the new movie series as well. So, and that one they didn't have there available, but they did say that it was coming. So. They actually had an entire classic party wagon done up in Mega Blocks there, so that's pretty legit.
It looks pretty awesome.
And Sewer Den was able to get his hands on a Diamond Select Toys red Raphael Mini Mate with a translucent red material, so that's pretty cool. Definitely shout out to him and his great website there. We're always chatting on the Twitter, so yeah, he definitely knows his turtle stuff. So check out his site over at thesewerden.com. And quick Mondo update as well. Mondo Michelangelo is out now, and
looks just as amazing as every other Mondo figures. Is it sold out yet? That's all I want to know.
The limited edition one of these things, they sell out damn near instantaneously.
Fast.
Yeah,
so fast.
The normal versions for all of them are still available. I believe for the 3, Raphael has not been released yet, though. He'll be the last one.
Probably never will be.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, right, guys?
Yeah. So, and that's 150 for each of these. All right, let's get into some very important, very exciting comic book news.
I strike 2 on my way down. Donatello takes out a 3rd with his staff. Already the pudgy ones are starting to panic. Raph loves this stuff. He's not alone.
Why is he narrating? Is he crazy?
Hardcore crazy. I love these guys!
So we've got a very interesting article over at womenwriteaboutcomics.com. And this is the top 10 fantastic female characters of IDW's TMNT. So we'll just go down the list here. Let's go from bottom to top, all right? So it does have as a bonus. It does mention Miss O'Neill, of course, April's mother, as a honorable mention. So let's go number 10, Renette. Number 9, Koya. Number 8, Null. Number 7, Sally Pride. Number 6, Lindsay Baker. Number 5, Kitsune. Number 4, Alapex. Number 3, Angel Bridge, also known as Nobody. Number 2, Oroko Karai. And number 1, of course, April O'Neil.
Obviously.
I definitely think Koya needs to be moved up the list.
Really?
Koya is a female character that is just badass, balls to the wall. I don't want to make it sound like this is a good thing necessarily, but I didn't pick up on the fact that this was a female character. Mm-hmm. It was just that she was a character, and then when I realized that she was female, I was like, oh my gosh, wow, that's amazing. Very very strong character. You all right?
I just think this whole thing is just funny because I won't get into it. It's a whole political. I'm not going to say it's sexist because it's not, but it's in that it's in the realm of it. So no, I'm not. I'm just not going to.
I think the relevancy is because there's just far fewer female characters. I mean, there's still a ton of female characters, and if you want to look at the vast universe, there's a ton of them. But how many have been truly impactful throughout the entire for a long period of time, as opposed to the one and dones? So I think that's kind of what they were getting at. I don't know.
No, but I mean, just because you didn't notice a character was female when she was first introduced, doesn't necessarily make her a strong female character. So on and so forth.
So it depends on what do you when somebody says this isn't necessarily strong. This is top 10 fantastic female characters. So not necessarily that it's a strong character.
Does it say?
But just because you didn't know she was female when she was first introduced doesn't make her a great character, is what I'm saying.
No, obviously that's not, and that's why I was trying to preface it by saying that.
What are they looking at when they're making these decisions? What exactly are they looking at? As far as, I mean, how are they ranking them?
Well, we should go ahead and say this was by a author, L.B. Royal, and the specifics of the ranking I don't think are necessarily stated thoroughly.
Is it just let me Google female characters and just that one goes?
I don't think so. I think this is this.
I mean, do you think there was thought put into it?
Yeah, I think there was. Her descriptions of each character are pretty thorough, to where you've had to have read the series. It would have taken longer for you to do all the research than to just sit down and read the series. So I definitely think that she knows what she's talking about here. But some of the characters, like Lindsay Baker, and Null, I wasn't such a big fan of that little Mutanimals storyline. as much. So
like Null. I wasn't as big of a fan of Lindsay Baker, but I like Null.
I definitely think Koya needs to be higher in the list. Renette,
Yes.
maybe slightly higher, but I guess that's fine. She's an interesting little one there. Yeah. Kitsune, that's probably a good spot. Kitsune's an interesting.
The top 5 right. No, they got the top 5 right.
Yeah, I'd probably agree.
Don't argue
with
it. Don't argue it.
I'd probably agree with the top 5. Yeah, I think the top 5's very
I think
good.
the bottom 5 is what needs to get shuffled around. I think Renee goes a little higher. I think Koya and Null maybe flip flop potentially.
See, I'd put Koya up at number 6. I'd put Koya all the way up to number 6 because she's a part of the main storyline.
One way or the other.
Because she's a part of the main storyline.
I would drop Baker. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever. It's fine.
Opinion based.
Let's talk about what's out now. Really quickly, IDW. 51 was just released October 28th, and number 52 is coming November 25th. Batman TMT crossover number 1
that
of
is
6.
The one
everybody's waiting for December 9th, and there's going to be 24 covers of this available.
It's not right, man.
And we have a link to those in the show notes.
Right.
What's that right?
Okay, I have an issue with 24 freaking covers. Okay, I have an issue.
Why's that?
Because I want all 24 freaking covers.
So you have to spend $50.
No, I don't want to spend $50 on one issue.
Yeah,
I'm okay with maybe, every freaking comic is
but Alex,
starting to get like.
Alex, they're so amazing. All of these covers, they're just so amazing.
I have no doubt that they're going to be absolutely phenomenal. 24 of them. That's so many. Do you know how many 24 is? It's 24. It's a lot.
Okay.
Well, which one are you going to get? Because are you going to get the one with Batman and Leo sort of back to back while the 3 turtles are between them?
I'm waiting for the hentai one.
But this one puts Leo on Batman's level. I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, he's above Batman's level. Let's be serious.
He's actually not, but whatever.
No, he absolutely is. I mean, as far as combat, when you get to combat, yes, just like pure combat, no gadgets, just pure combat. I think Leo can take Batman. I think in the big scheme of things, Batman. It's the truth, man.
Oh man, the fact that you think that. Oh my god, that is hysterical. That is so funny.
Just wait till
it made my night. Oh, it was great.
So if you think that this is a lot, which it is. It's nothing.
It is.
It's nothing compared to the Star Wars number 1, which I believe this is not even accurate anymore because I believe that there are more than this available now. But at one point, there were 77 different copies of number 1.
My point is that just in general.
I'm going to try to get the Kevin Eastman cover because I dig the Kevin Eastman cover.
That's going to be a tough one to get because it's a 50 copy retailer incentive. So. I do like it, though. I really do like it. My favorite, though, I would probably have to say the Bulletproof Comics, the retailer incentive for Bulletproof Comics, that is done by Gabriel Del Otto. So.
Cover RE Bulletproof Comics, the black and white one or the color one?
I'd probably do the color one.
Oh, yeah, that one's pretty cool. Good job.
What about you guys? What's your favorite?
I like the Kevin Eastman one.
Oh, yeah, the Kevin Eastman one. What about you, Alex?
The Neil Adams one in the black and white.
That's a good one. Mikey actually looks pretty badass in it. And is that steam coming off of Raphael's head?
Yeah. Yeah. It looks just so amazing in black and white.
You think they've had it? You think they've had enough of all that crap that's going on right now?
Yeah.
In that shot.
Yeah. I think it looks a billion times better in black and white, though.
I just think it's funny that you think Leo can take Batman. That's cute.
I do think. I mean, I think in hand-to-hand. I'm talking about hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you absolutely can. I think it would be an epic fight. But I think Leo would win.
DC Comics and IDW team up for the crossover you never saw coming as two of the greatest entertainment icons meet for the first time in Gotham City. A series of deadly raids leads Batman to believe he's up against a group of highly trained ninjas known as the Foot Clan. Somehow, they've crossed over to another dimension and are determined to take advantage of the situation while looking to get back home. But they haven't come alone. Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo are hot on their trail. Get ready for excitement as heroes and villains from both worlds clash and team up in an epic battle that threatens the very fabric of reality.
I'm ready for excitement.
So, is it going to be like a Foot Clan, League of Shadows?
Well, that's what I'm getting at. So, are we going to get into some Batman history with his history with the League of Shadows and his training as a ninja? Do you think we're going to?
Yeah, that's why Batman could put Leo down easily in the hand-to-hand combat.
Oh my god!
All right, so moving on. Let's talk about IDW Adventures. Number 4 is released November 11th, and number 5 is coming out December 9th. Mirage, Volume 6 of the Ultimate Collection from IDW is going to be, it's delayed. That's going to be collecting the various Eastman and Laird one-shots and short stories. It was supposed to be coming out very soon, but it ended up getting delayed to an unknown date. And on the Archie side, no further updates there.
Ryan, that timing was the way you said that was great. Like, video game companies should pay you to just tell their fans that about their games.
Yeah.
Well, it's delayed.
And it's gone.
And it's delayed.
So we've got a interview with Brian T. Of course, he's going to be playing Shredder in the new Ninja Turtles sequel.
Well, we don't have the interview. The Chicago Tribune did it.
Yes, that's correct. T said the preparation for the role was more mental than physical. As far as the build, definitely a lot of weights, a lot of training, but it's more about an essence and a presence. Because he's the baddest out there. He just has to exude that. That's what I really worked on. So that's good.
Nice. Sounds like the guy actually understands it.
Yeah, definitely. I got that sense as well. We got a message from Vincent McDonough at Vinny Hunk on Twitter, and he asked, any word on how the TMNT will look in the upcoming film? I haven't seen anything as far as
I haven't either, at all.
Any change in the style or anything? Alex, have you?
No, I don't know if that means that they're just keeping the same style or if they're just keeping it under wraps and they might be doing a slight overhaul, because I don't see them doing a complete overhaul if they do.
Well, I mean, even back when they were made by Jim Henson's Muppet Shop, they look slightly different in each one.
In each, right. So, it might be just the same kind of scenario where they do just slight overhauls. Yeah.
So, I mean, they're essentially wearing costumes now. So, do you think the costumes could change?
Possibly.
It would look kind of silly if Leonardo's still wearing the same little bamboo samurai outfit and Mikey's still wearing the same pair of pants and Donatello's still got the same little headgear piece on. I don't know. It would look a little silly.
Let's hope that Donnie doesn't have that headgear at all. Right? Let's just hope for that to be gone. Period.
Yeah.
Just period.
And definitely want to mention this. So, friend of the show, Humberto Montoya.
Portuguese Man of War.
I'll just read what he says. He goes, so Paramount Pictures just put a copyright claim on a video I posted almost 2 years ago of my youngest daughter reacting to and disliking the TMNT movie trailer. You can barely hear or see it on my laptop. And oh, did I mention this was a 2-year-old video? Way to be on the ball, Paramount. How timely. I'm sure the 900 views really hurt your profit margin. So we do have a link to it in the show notes so you can watch it as well. But yeah, it's pretty...
It was a great video. It was a great video.
It is a great video. It's fantastic. And I'm surprised Paramount just didn't want him to bring it down, considering the fact that it was their complete demo was disliking the film. But yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, there's no way that they can claim that video is theirs. But and for anybody out there listening that has not had to deal with this issue, where you put up a video on YouTube and some company can come in and claim that it's a copyright of theirs, whether it is or not, it is basically impossible to fight that. It's such a convoluted process, and they frighten you with basically lawyer verbiage into trying to get you to not fight it.
Hey, do you think Ryan's gone through this? Jesus Christ, listen to him.
Oh yeah. So it's complete and utter BS, and I feel it for you, man. It's still a fantastic video. Still be proud of it, and definitely keep it out there.
I mean, it's still up right now, so fight the power.
Yeah, damn the man.
Yeah. Save the empire.
All right. Let's get into some mutated messages.
Please, a moment to reflect.
So we've got a big chunk here. We're going to try to get through these a little more often than we have been in the past, but this that's I guess a good thing, but a bad thing. We've got a lot more listeners now, which means we get a lot more mail. So it's tough to try to include everything in the show. We're still trying to. But I assume we're probably going to get to the point where we can't fit everything in, but we definitely still read everything. So definitely don't think that we're not reading. So definitely still send in your thoughts, and we'll try to get everything on the show. So let's see, Hamster Rat on Twitter, he sent us a video. It's pretty cool. We'll share it in the show notes, but this is a Teenage Mutant Koopa Troopas, a TMNT Super Mario Brothers mashup video. It's fantastic. Check it out in the show notes. The Wooden King on Twitter says, enjoy listening to you guys. Hope you keep providing with nice conversation. Well, I know I provide nice conversation.
We're not exactly nice to each other. Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm a very nice person. You, not so much.
Yeah, until you get behind like a PlayStation 4 controller and start playing video games.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Tim, of course, longtime listener and friend of the show, and he sent us a couple stuff. It says, great new episode, guys. So many cool topics were discussed, so I'll be sure to send an email with my thoughts on them soon, which he did, and I'll read that in a second. He says, here's a shout out to some of my other, to his favorite podcast on Podcast Day. Did you guys do anything for Podcast Day? I know.
I did nothing.
Definitely know you didn't.
And, I meant to.
Yeah.
But,
See what happened was. So he said at Rebel Force Radio, at Forcecast, at Modern Myth Media, at Make and Mind Marvel, and at TMNT Podcast. So
why were we last, Tim? Why we got to be last?
I will take it. I will take last out of that group. That's a serious group to be included with. So I definitely.
Ryan, you're on like 2 of these shows.
I have been on Rebel Force Radio before. That is for sure. I don't know if I was ever on the Forcecast.
How do you not remember if you were on the Forcecast?
I
feel like you would remember.
The hosts of Rebel Force Radio used to host the Forcecast.
But I feel like you would still remember if you were on the Forcecast.
I don't think I ever was. I don't think I was.
Oh well.
So his email was basically he just wanted to give us some props, and he wanted to go through our discussion, which we had about which version of each turtle was your favorite. Remember we went through this, Alex. Darby was not around, right?
Yeah.
So he shared his, which was Michelangelo, is Nick Turtles. Donatello is the 2K3 series. Raphael, the 1990 movie, fantastic choice. And Leonardo, like Alex said, your favorite turtle is the toughest one to choose. And for me, it came down to the 2K3 and Nickelodeon Leo. This may be a different choice, but I have to go with the Nick Turtles Leo. Yep. I love how the series added a bit of geekiness to Leo with him being obsessed with space heroes. It reminded me of my own obsession with Star Wars. I also think we see him struggle and grow into the leader role, unlike the other series, which he really liked. So yeah, that's a great point.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, Leo has definitely gone through some stuff in this one. He also did
puberty.
Yeah, it's true.
See, I was with him. I was with Tim with all three, but then when he got to Leo, I immediately thought 2007 or the actual TMNT Leo. Like, that's my favorite Leo.
The one where he beat Raph?
Yeah.
You mean the one he didn't beat Raph? The one where Raph got beat.
Straight up
beat him.
The one where he just straight up said, Raph, I'm tired of your shit. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
You mean the one where he abandoned his brothers and went to go hide out in the jungle? Yeah, that one? Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Better leader, and they all fell apart.
You mean when Raph abandoned Leo when the monster showed up? He just left him there to get taken? Yeah.
Actually, they all fell apart with the exception of Donnie.
Yeah, Donnie's the only one.
Tech support.
Donnie does.
Tech support. Actually, Mikey was emotionally scarred, but he did all right. He was still working. Raph was the only bum.
Yep.
Raph was the only one out there doing his job, doing the real thing that the turtles are supposed to do.
He was mooching off Donnie and Mikey. He was mooching off of their money. He was taking money from his younger brothers.
No idea what you're talking about.
Hey, Raph, how's it feel that the two brothers that are younger than you are the ones that are supporting you?
Hey, he's out there making a difference in the world.
And no, he lost to Leo.
You can't fight that. No, he didn't.
Donald Trump tells himself that every single day.
Exactly. Just that small loan of $1 million.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that Raph is the equivalent to Donald Trump in the TMNT verse.
They do have the same bald spots.
What are you? Oh my God, you're ridiculous.
No, I agree, Tim. Mikey, Nick, yes, Donnie, 2K3, of course, but I would have gone with TMNT Leo. So
now I think I can't remember what my selections were. I feel like I've been swayed different ways. Like I like the Mikey in the next series, and I like the Mikey in this comic a lot as well. And I think I want to say Darby made that point too, didn't you? Didn't we?
Yeah,
have that?
Actually, yeah, I would take that Mikey. You're right. I would take IDW Mikey.
Yeah.
So if you do want to go back and hear our choices, that was back in our last episode 42. Unless Darby wants to provide his actual choices instead of just copying one of our listeners.
No, we pretty much just went through it. I mean, that was it. But Alex was right. Yeah, IDW Mikey would be my favorite.
All right, at MWAH Podcast, that's the Models Workshop. He says a couple of things. It's been so long since we've done an episode that we totally missed this. Yeah,
New York rat.
Yeah, pizza. we tweeted it out, but we.
At this point, I think everybody's probably seen it.
Yeah, it's the rat with the pizza.
Link in the show notes. Yeah.
sent us over video, just a video link. That was it. I was like, what is this? It was a music video for the Totally Awesome You're My Hero, from Yaki
Oh
K.
my God, no.
The music video. I did not even know there was a music video for this
There's
song.
a music video.
You guys got to watch this. It's going to bring you back. And
is that a guitar? He's playing a guitar.
Yeah, absolutely is.
And then the last thing he sent was some amazing Kit Bash TMNT figures, perfect for Halloween. Yes, we totally missed Halloween. Turtles were very big this Halloween, as they have been the last couple of years. And this is a pretty cool little mashup of Turtles and Halloween characters. So they've got Mikey as Mikey Myers, Donnie as Donnie Kruger, Raph as Raph Voorhees, and Leo as Leatherface Leo. Pretty cool.
I feel like Leo should be the Mike Myers of it all. But that's just me.
But his name's Mike.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean...
Alex, Donatello got Freddy Krueger. There's no reason behind it. He just did.
I'm just saying,
He's left.
Yeah, I guess so. There's just no pleasing me, so it's fun.
That is true.
It happens.
At Tiger Claw 305, Tiger Claw, of course, big help to the show. In addition to the other things we mentioned earlier, I was listening to the podcast and hearing you guys talk about Venus with season 4 coming up. Mona Lisa will fill the void. There will be a bunch of episodes of the Turtles in space. I have a feeling Mona Lisa will be in more than one episode. Yeah, I think so as well. TMNT is one of several finalists for the Toy Hall of Fame again this year. Update: They lost again. Check out this Mona Lisa costume. This it
wasn't bad.
Pretty legit. Yeah. I have to say, pretty legit. And last thing he says is, and he actually included a link to another tweet, and the tweet has since been deleted. So probably means that there's some legitimacy to it. But basically, the tweet was Rob Paulson saying he was starting to record for season 5 of the TMNT of the Nick Turtles. So that's great news. Moving into season 5, I believe that's all they have plans for. Is that right? I think that's the word going around. Our buddy Sal over at Otero Studios at Li Shen Long 10 says, put in a good word for me, guys. I'm sending Bobby some more samples for a new cover down the line.
Nice.
Want to definitely have everybody check out Sal's blog. That's oterostudios.blogspot.com, and we'll have a link to that in the show notes as well. So Sal is a very, very talented artist, and proud to display his artwork here in the palatial Turtle Power Podcast studios here in Orlando, Florida.
God, really?
That's right.
Palatial, really?
Oh, it's palatial.
That's a bit much.
It's a hell of a word.
It is.
How about the hole that we call?
Vegan Sarni on Twitter went back to the Nickelodeon shop in I believe it's in London. A lot of different Nick Turtle stuff and classic Turtle stuff. A lot of classic Turtle stuff there at the Nickelodeon shop. It kind of goes into the whole thing of what we were talking about before, where the marketing is very interesting. I was at Target the other day, and I was where were we? We were in the like linens area, and saw something that was very interesting. So you can imagine there's plenty of Nick Turtle stuff for the kids, right? But they've continued to have this classic Turtles line be for the adults, right? Yeah, I get it, right?
Yeah, the adults are the ones with the money. We're the ones with the money. We want our turtles. We don't want to buy T-shirts with the Nick Turtles on them. We want to buy our turtles.
And see, I don't think that's right. I'd love to buy some Nick Turtle stuff. I have one Nick Turtles shirt. That's it. And it was free.
Well, now whose fault is that?
It's Nickelodeon's fault. They don't have any. They don't have any Nick Turtles.
I've got like 4 Nick Turtle shirts that my mom got me for Christmas last year.
Nick Turtles. Well, I'm not talking about boys large, Darby. I'm talking about adult men.
These are legit men's mediums.
Sure.
These are legit men's mediums.
Yeah. Well, over in the linen section, they've definitely got the Nick Turtles stuff for the boys. But the interesting part was that they have, for young girls, they have classic Turtles linens, like bed linens, and it's the classic Turtles though. And we're talking full like pink and purple bedspreads and pillowcases and everything, but it's all the classic Turtles. And I was just really surprised by that. It's just I don't know, another example of the where they focus their marketing on they try to focus the marketing on one specific demographic, and that's it. And like I don't get it. I really don't get that. Star Wars used to do that. Not so much anymore. They're very good about branching out to everybody, all ages, all genders. So it's just very, very interesting. I really don't get it. They even have, like kind of like stuffed animal turtles, and they have Nick Turtles in the boy section and classic '87 turtles in the girls section.
Okay.
It's very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Let's see. Just go on to say from Vegan Sarni, watched the 2014 TMNT movie on DVD this evening. Was surprised that I enjoyed it despite the daft plot and other issues.
The daft what?
The daft plot. Yeah. And then, hi guys, I'm working my way through the 2K3 series on YouTube. Almost finished watching season 3. Really enjoying it. Yep, it is a fantastic series. Jacob Harmon at Jake Harms on Twitter. Big Turtles fan. I will be making these this weekend, and this is freaking awesome. And I need to make these as well. I haven't done it yet. This is, so, of course, Nick Turtles Pizza Goiza, right?
Yeah.
This is a video from a YouTube channel called Feast of Fiction, and they show you how to make Pizza Goiza. And it looks amazing. And I cannot wait to try these out. So we've got a link to that in the show notes as well. If you have, in fact, tried these, let us know how they turned out. And then a tweet also saying, this is being aired on Nick. What awesome. And it is the 2K3 Turtles on Nickelodeon television. Like, not just on the website. This is on cable.
The actual television.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
that's what they need to be doing.
Yes, it is. Gabe Infinity Watch on Twitter. Fun podcast, guys. Thanks for putting it out. I'm going to the Evening with Kevin Eastman event, and I can't wait.
Nice.
So I hope he had a good time. I hope he was able to make it out. Let us know how it went, and we'd love to. I would love to hear about it. DPC, he sent us a couple other tweets as well. He's Hamster Rat on Twitter if you want to follow him. Says, hey, TMNT Podcast, check it out. Finally found them. I'm so happy. He was able to find the 2K3 Turtles Back to the Sewers on DVD. That's a fantastic find, Dan.
Yeah.
Those are so hard to find. I mean, in the States here, it's basically impossible. So, fantastic find.
I'm wondering, is there any relation to Russell Crowe? I mean, I feel We haven't asked.
That's very good point.
Aussie crow. I mean, how many crows can there possibly be on that freaking island?
Very true. He says, check me out at work. It's for Halloween, and he's rocking out the turtle outfit at work. That's pretty legit. Mm-hmm. So, and then Remington Keys at Remdog105 on Twitter says, TMNT 2012 Season 4 premiere Beyond the Known Universe review. And he's got the YouTube link, so we got that in the show notes as well. So we're not going to read through this on the air, but you may remember a couple of episodes back we discussed a letter from a listener about he had some issues with us having some issues with some versions of the Turtles. And we basically described about how the fact that, we're not getting paid by Nickelodeon, we're not getting paid by Viacom, we're just expressing our opinions on the different versions of the Turtles.
We're not going to tell you something's great if we actually think it's crap.
Right.
We don't want to get. We believe that you listen to us because you trust us or you find us entertaining. So we don't want to lead you down a path that we wouldn't ourselves follow. Like, hey, this movie sucks. Sorry, it did. It was bad.
So he basically wrote to say, he appreciates that we responded, and he definitely respects where we're at, and he
thanked us.
Good. Yeah, he basically thanked us. He thanked us for setting the record straight and everything. So definitely appreciate that. Okay, we're at the part of the show where we're going to play the interview with Kevin Eastman. Well, basically what happened was we did the interview, and interview was fantastic, and basically I went to go and stop the recording, and turns out the recording did not run. So Darby was there, Alex was there. What we're going to do is we're going to basically recreate the interview. I will be playing the role of Ryan, Darby, and Alex. Darby is going to be playing the role of Kevin Eastman, and Alex is going to be portraying the role of Courtney Eastman because she was actually able to join us in for the show. So I know that this might sound a little crazy, but trust us, this is the best thing we've got right now. I'm sorry. It was a really good interview. We got all our notes and everything.
That was I can't believe. But you know what? I actually surprised myself though, because my Kevin impression is dead on. I mean, who else has crappy internet like me? Yeah, obviously.
That's true. All right, so let's.
But I was actually impressed with Ryan's Alex impression. I'm not gonna lie, a little racist, but
it was a little bit okay. All right, so no, I'm just kidding. No, that didn't happen at all. We've got the recording. We've got it right here. Let's go to that Kevin Eastman interview right now.
Hello.
Hi, sorry I'm late. How are you guys?
No worries. How you doing, Kevin?
I'm just fine, thanks. No, it's running around the house today doing a million different little things, and I just realized it was like after 3. So
no problem.
No worries.
So I guess let's get started then. First of all, happy anniversary. Is that today?
It was yesterday. Thank you so much.
Yesterday.
2 years. My goodness, yeah, we've been together for 3 years, but it was 2 years of being married yesterday, and it was.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. We're going to New York this weekend for the. We're doing a signing at the. You probably know we're doing a signing at the IDW booth with for Turtles issue 50. So we're going to sneak in a day earlier, and we're going to celebrate while we're in the Big Apple.
Oh, good. That's good. Yep. Well, an appropriate place then, I guess, for New York City then. Speaking of which, you mentioned it. Issue 50 coming out tomorrow. We cannot wait to get our copies. I do have to give a shout out to Chris Sims over at the Comics Alliance. I know he did an interview with you and Bobby and Tom, and It's a fantastic interview. So we won't go super in depth on it, but just basically wanted to say, like for all three of us, we've never been engaged into a comic series like this one ever before. You just kind of give your thoughts on this series as a whole, and just I mean, issue 50. You're now the third longest running Turtles series ever, and it's you're behind the original Mirage, of course, and then what you're about to catch up to, and then Tales Volume 2. That you're going to pass that here real soon too. So, did you expect it to go this long?
Well, first and foremost, it's all your fault. So,
yeah.
and no, it's all your fault and all the fans that have been supporting it, because, I always say that, when I talk about, I can't believe that we've reached issue 50, which has been an absolute blessing in every sense of the word. But it's like much like I've enjoyed every single one of the different the Turtle series, if you will, from the original series that Pete and I did, and the multiple ones that came after. That it's we couldn't have done any of it without the fan support. But I think going into the series with Tom Waltz, the incredible Tom Waltz, who's really the mastermind and the brainchild behind this entire series. I call it new Turtle universe, if you will. But Bobby Curnow and Tom have just been, incredible joy to work with. And every year that we went through and would plot out what we wanted to try to accomplish that year, and then, partnering that up with, such amazing artists, Dan Duncan and Andy Kuhn and, Mateus, who's doing the new series, to so many of the other ones to help bring these stories to life. It's amazing what a wonderful, organic, and a natural flow that it's had, I guess. The ideas that we've come up with, the stuff that we've chosen from the different Turtle universes to bring into this new Turtle universe, I call it the IDW universe. And, man, again, when the first issue came out, when we started introducing things like, the reincarnation aspect and, all the different things we did, it was scary. It's like, you guys are either going to embrace it or, basically hang us from the tallest tree. But fortunately that you embrace the new series and the direction, and here we are, my goodness, over 4 years later, and coming up on issue 50, which is issue 50 is going to blow your mind. It's fantastic.
Kevin, how excited are you for the Batman crossover? Because I gotta say that when I heard the news about that, it made complete sense to me, and it sparked so much conversation between me and friends of mine who don't even read IDW comics but are big on DC.
Well, what's fascinating is there's so many wonderful aspects to just the stuff that we're doing in the regular IDW series. It's just been mind blowing and fantastic, and we've had so much fun. And then last year when we did the Ghostbusters Turtle crossover, which to me, I grew up as a huge Ghostbusters fan. That was just a treat beyond all treats. And then in conversations, early conversations with DC, it was like, would love to do a Batman Turtles crossover, but we didn't think that, we didn't know if DC would embrace the idea, and they really gravitated. What's been put together, the 6-issue series is going to be awesome, cool, mind-blowing, and it's our first real, I guess, major company crossover. I mean, yes, we did Savage Dragon Turtles crossover.
Yep.
We've done other crossovers with the incredible Stan Sakai and mostly independent stuff, but this is kind of one of those things that takes me back to the early days of being a super uber geek that I am and still am, and it was a real treat to say, Turtles and Batman on the same cover in the same comic book was really a hoot, and we're pretty honored to be doing it.
Nice. Do you think the 4 Turtles could take the 4 Robins in a fight?
Well, I'll talk to DC. Maybe we can do a spin-off or something. You know,
that sparked a lot of controversy on our Twitter feed.
But no, is it really? Oh my goodness, that's so awesome. It really opens the door. It's like, not only did I get to be involved in the Turtles Batman crossover, but I just finished a cover for Frank Miller's upcoming Dark Knight Series 3. Which is, going to be fantastic. And so I did a cover for that. So I not only did a Turtles Batman crossover, but I got to actually do just a straight up Batman cover. I'm going to do one of I think they had 19 or 20 different artists do variants, and mine's for Kate's Comics down in Florida. So I'm pretty psyched about that. But, then again, it's like I'm super excited about we're going to be at the New York City Comic Con this weekend, and I got to work with my old buddy Robert Rodriguez, and we did a cover together. Of I think how many covers are there for issue 50? I think there's 16 or 18.
Yeah.
Different variants. But Robert and I did a cover together, and we're going to be in New York this Saturday signing it together. So that's going to be a treat to see the fans for an event like that.
So you're on your way to New York Comic Con. You just got back from the Hawaii Comic Con. I saw some of your photos on Facebook. My wife and I were actually there last year, and it's funny because you were in some of the same places that me and my wife were. So it was actually pretty cool to see that. What are some of the coolest things that you've gotten to do in your life because of the Turtles?
Well, I could take the easy way out and pretty much say all of it. If you literally go back to the very, very beginning, when Pete and I put out Turtles issue number 2 back in 1985, it's when we actually realized that we could make enough money, pre-tax. We could eat all the macaroni and cheese we want. We could pay our rent, and we actually could draw comic books for a living. That's really where the dream came true for us, that we get to have a full-time job doing what we love so much. And the fact that it went on to do, actually sell and work as a comic book, that it went on to do the cartoon show and the toys and the different movies and all that stuff is, every adventure the Turtles have led me on the last 31 years. I mean, my goodness, you believe the 31 years old this year?
That's how old I am.
But yeah, the fact that every adventure that they've led us on has been just an absolute blessing from, the different experiences traveling around the world. And I tell you, and I don't mean to make this sound like it's preaching to the choir, but it's like the fans that we get to meet along the way are just really make it all worthwhile. I mean, we couldn't do it without the fans supporting what we're doing. So, the different people I've met in my life, thanks to the Turtles, have just been, blessing after blessing after blessing.
Nice. I was wondering, Kevin, how's the art gallery going so far?
Oh man, the art gallery is fantastic. The San Diego Comic Art Gallery, that was the Ted Adams, one of the founders of the main founder of IDW, and Robbie Robbins, one of the other main founders. When they decided to move offices last year, one of the things they talked about was doing a gallery, and it was in one of those conversations where Courtney and I had said that, in our 5-year plan, we'd like to open up another gallery, with a tip of the hat to the Words and Pictures Museum that I had many years ago. And so when Ted said, well, we're moving offices and we have this huge space downstairs and we'd really love to open up a gallery, that's when, worlds collided, and we get to share in that experience and work with them on it. And, the attendance has been fantastic, not only, local people discovering it, people that have been coming in, in before and during and after Comic-Con, because I feel like, there are a lot of really great comic conventions all around the country, but San Diego, to me, I'm coming up on 32 years of going to that show.
Wow.
To me, San Diego was always kind of one of the pinnacles of every year that would celebrate, Comic-Con. That's the first time I met Jack Kirby was at Comic-Con. The first time I met Frank Miller was at Comic-Con. So many great experiences. So I feel like San Diego's got a real hub of comic book history, and so that the fact that the gallery's here and it's here, one of just a few places that celebrate comic book art, I feel pretty fortunate that it exists, and we're going to do lots of really fun shows over the next year, over the next couple of years. So
one of these days, I'm going to get out to San Diego, and I'll let you know ahead of time. And it would be great if Darby can meet me out there. Would love to check it out.
One of these days. Well, it's I don't know if you ever made it down for Comic-Con, but it's like, if not, if you ever get a chance to come down, you guys definitely have to give me a heads up. We'll meet down the gallery, give you a personal tour, and
wow.
That sounds fantastic. Yep.
Awesome.
Sounds fantastic. Hey, so we got a couple of listener questions here I want to make sure we get to.
Please.
Gary Rickleman, he asks, does Kevin have a favorite figure from the first Playmates line that was not a turtle and was never on the cartoon or the comics?
Oh man, you're making it tough on me. Because I still have like a whole wall of all those figures. That naturally, Slash was one of my favorites. Casey, obviously, those were in the actual series. But I liked actually, it's funny, even like Mutagen Man, who came in later in the series.
Oh yeah.
Ace Duck.
Oh yes, love Ace Duck. I have my.
But
absolutely.
one of the characters I hope that they are going to make an action figure of soon is incredibly popular Ice Cream Kitty. Hopefully they'll do an action figure of Ice Cream Kitty.
Oh yes, of course.
You guys
still waiting for that. I'm still waiting for that Karai toy. I mean, just saying.
Oh man, the Karai would be awesome. I think it's so funny, as I loved all the original Playmates action figures. I loved the when NECA did their line of action figures, which sort of were based on the more like the original comic book, and they actually had and never completed. They actually had designs I saw at Comic-Con of Shredder, Casey, and April. I think April came out as a limited version, but I'd always wished that they completed those ones.
Next up, Josh Denton. He asked if there was an action movie, like an 80s or 90s action movie that you'd like to see the TMNT in.
Well, there's many. It's like because I love all that stuff. Could you imagine Turtles in a world of Blade Runner, or Turtles in the world of Aliens? One of my favorites was, and you may have heard this story before, and I apologize for repeating, but it was there was a movie called Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh yeah,
which was one of my favorite John Carpenter movies, basically, even though Casey Jones had been created before that movie came out, after I saw Big Trouble in Little China, every time I wrote a Casey story, I always would think like. Casey as Jack Burton, I think like, what would Jack Burton do in this situation? And that's how I really modeled Casey after Jack Burton. But yeah, man, that would be that's some fun stuff. That would be a great story. Turtles and TMNT and Big Trouble in Little China.
That would be fantastic.
Wow.
Let's see. Lastly, this isn't really a question, but Daniel Paul Banagua Crow, he all he wanted to say was, I want to thank you for creating something that has helped him in his life.
That's first let me say that I take that kind of a statement as a huge compliment. And it's not the first time I've heard a person saying that kind of thing, and I think back to why it resonates with me in such an important way is that when I started reading comic books when I was younger, I grew up in a very, very small town in Maine, and comic books were really a wonderful world for me to escape into, a safe place for me to imagine and create, and it was so inspirational that it really, comic books helped me through a bunch of tough times, life and family wise. So when somebody says something like that, it's like I take it very seriously, and they mean it, and I really appreciate it because that's we're from the same worlds, and we all have to survive in this world, I guess, and that's a pretty cool thing to say.
So Kevin, what's this I hear about a new fan club?
Oh, great question. Thanks. Yeah, no, it's like one of the things that we're doing, I signed the contract with IDW early this year to do an exclusive deal with them just to work on turtle stuff and work on some new projects. Like Fistful of Blood is coming out this month, which is kind of a vampire zombie thing I did a couple years ago with Simon Bisley. Then next year I've got another project coming out called Los Angeles, which is kind of warriors in a post-apocalyptic LA sort of setting, and all my regular turtle work. And the more that we've done shows, like the 30th anniversary last year, we did almost 25 shows. This year we did 11 shows. And we just keep coming back to different fans would get different information of what's going on in my turtle universe from so many different sources that Courtney and I try to build out a specific site. Besides we have KevinEastmanStudios.com, which just kind of posted original art and where we're going to be and that kind of stuff, and showed some behind the scenes. I said, let's really make it awesome and interesting and dramatic, and let's really dig into the archives, and let's show stuff, let's put stuff on the site that the fans have never seen, they would never get a chance to see. And so we are literally launching tomorrow a whole new version of KevinEastmanStudios.com, and it's going to have, behind the scenes, for example, I have photographs of my entire turtle collection that I've had over the years, going back to like the earliest toys. So there's I think there's 2,000 photographs of turtle product from around the world that you can only see in my archives on the site. That stories, sketches, designs, things that I put in the Turtles autobiography that IDW put out last year. We're going to expand on that and show more behind the scenes, more of the original scripts and layouts and designs and notes and anecdotes. We'll have a lot of convention and touring exclusives, as well as Kevin Eastman versions of the IDW comics, of special edition covers, and just rare things that Courtney and I have found in our archives. I mean, last year we found I think 100 copies of one of the original movie posters from the Turtles' first movie.
Wow.
That we've been taking out to shows, and so the stuff like that you'll find that you can only find on KevinEastmanStudios.com. Behind the scenes, discounts, digital downloads, a whole lot of funnery, and to me it's you can post stuff on Facebook, you can post stuff, you can do all the social media stuff, but I'd rather kind of post stuff directly to the people that are interested in seeing it.
Yeah,
Maybe
sure.
the fans would be interested in seeing it.
Well, I cannot wait to sign up. Now, I assume that my Turtle Force charter membership from 1988 is still valid, though. Is that true?
It is, and it can probably get you, $25 on eBay. No, I still have that. That was some of the stuff that you see on the in the archive collection and stuff. Is I just love the fact that we did. The Turtle Force fan club, and they had you get the membership card, and you got a bandana, you get a poster, you get a couple other neat things in that little package, and I thought that was just the neatest thing ever, because that was stuff that I did when I was a kid. You joined the fan club of
absolutely.
Something.
It was signed by President A.J. Marsiglia. Who is that?
It sounds like a bad guy. It sounds like
it does sound a little bit like
sounds to be like a Lex Luthor character or something. Maybe we should write him into the new Turtle episode.
Nice.
Well, I can't wait, and please let us know in any way that we can help spread the word as well. Just want to say thanks again for joining us on the show.
Well, let me tell you, it's like I love talking to you guys, and I appreciate you making time to. No, it's funny. It's like I think we got this. I think I have the slowest internet connection in the world. I think our internet out here is it's run by steam power or something. You have to keep putting coal into the thing. So there's a little bit of time lapse. But no, I just want to say that I appreciate you guys taking all the time to chat with me. it's always a pleasure, and I appreciate tuning in, and I can't believe again we're here at Turtles issue 50, and yeah, stay tuned to KevinEastmanStudios.com. Find out where we are, what we're doing, and see some cool behind the scenes stuff, and then make sure you come in and give me a handshake, and we'll high five, and something at one of the next shows we're going to be at. So can't believe we're almost at the end of 2015. Holy smokes!
Hey, time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you again, Kevin, and we'll have to have you on in maybe another 6 months or something, and get an update on everything going on over at KevinEastmanStudios.com.
Thank you, Kevin.
I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much. All right. Happy Tuesday. Have a good day.
We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Kevin.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Once again, thanks so much for Kevin Eastman. Thanks again to...
Hey, no, wait, no. You see, Ryan, Alex, you guys give me shit for my horrible internet, and I don't even have the worst internet. But hey, Kevin, it made me feel better about my crappy internet. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for that.
You heard us talk about it a little bit in the interview, but definitely go check out KevinEastmanStudios.com and really look into the Kevin Eastman fan club. $50 for a year, and you get access to a lot of stuff on the website. An amazing gallery of TMNT gear, and access to purchase items from exclusive items that you can't get anywhere else. A lot of artwork, and a lot of it at discounted prices as well. So, and there's a lot of freebies on there, a lot of digital comics. The art biography is on there from the 25th anniversary. It's all included. And I actually am a member. I have my member ID. I am official member 145, and so I have this. It's awesome because it comes in a little like lanyard holder and everything. So, and I've got a little card and everything. And so I mentioned earlier what the exclusive item that I got. This is from Comic-Con 2014, limited to 500 copies, issue 36, and it's really cool. It's a black and white cover. It's signed by Kevin. A black and white cover that was limited to San Diego Comic-Con, but of course, it's limited, so you can get it other places. But basically what it was is I think they had leftovers from Comic-Con that they didn't sell, and so now it's part of the fan club. Additional topics, title for TMNT fans, we haven't forgotten. We need more entries though. Before we don't want to send them a list of only like 4 names. We want more than that. So keep sending them in. What are TMNT fans called? What should we be called? Is it just TMNT fans? Is it something a little more creative? So send in your idea. iTunes, we haven't gotten any iTunes reviews lately, so here's what we're gonna do.
This might be a good thing.
Leave a iTunes review, and what I want you to do is, if you leave us an iTunes review, send us a tweet telling us that you did. And then if you do that, you're going to be included in a drawing to win a TMNT action figure.
Yeah, if it's a positive review. All right.
No. Tell us how much we suck. That's fine too.
We've got a very good rating on there. I mean, our overall rating is very good, and we really appreciate all the listeners out there who have left reviews. So, but it definitely helps with the aggregate scoring for people who are looking for if they just look up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the podcast. We're actually really hard to find on there. If you don't look up Turtle Power Podcast, it is very hard to find us. You will find 100 other podcasts before you'll find us if you look up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, which is sad. So,
which is not even relevant. Like they're not even relevant.
It's true. It's just completely random. It's a completely random podcast that have nothing to do with the Turtles.
Way to go, iTunes! Nice job. Yeah. Nice job.
So that's why we need some more reviews. That's why we need more ratings on there to help spread the word. So,
Steve Jobs needs to come back.
Song of the show, once again from shellshock.ocremix.org. This is track 2 off of disc 2, "Rock You Like a Dinosaur," arranged by
Turnabog featuring Pharrell's Turbus McGee Viking guitar. There you go.
There you go. Bam. And it's great. This is great timing because...
You didn't think I'd get that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Think I would.
The source is prehistoric Turtlesaurus. So perfect selection for our earlier discussion.
I think I'm gonna go back. To that. Watch that video of "You Are My Hero."
That's a fantastic choice of what to do. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening, and we will talk to you next time.
Hey guys, make sure to check us out on our official website, www.TurtlePowerPodcast.com.
Also, follow us on Twitter at TMNT Podcast.
You can follow me, Ryan, at FigDonPat.
Follow me, Alex, at arodriguez2005.
Follow me, Darby, at Darby T. Patton.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/TurtlePowerPodcast.
Make sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/TurtlePowerPodcast.
You can also share your feedback with us via old-fashioned email, turtlepowerpodcast@gmail.com.
Subscribe and rate us on iTunes.
And don't forget to subscribe and listen on Stitcher.